This project is presented by I, Shantanu Singh, and my project partner Shifail Ahmed. The name of our project is Remote Communication and IoT Device. So talking about the project, it is basically a hardware project which supports transmission and reception of phone calls, text messages, and by increasing the functionality, we can also access the internet using our device. So it is using a SIM800L GSM module, and all the components are commonly available as well as small in size, and it is also a low cost device. The application of this device are included but not limited to IoT projects and smart devices, as well as all the projects which require long range communication and also portable and wearable tech products.
So to power the project, the components used are DC adapter of 11 volts, 3 amps. The SIM module can consume up to 2 amps during its burst sessions, so it needs some DC power supply. And we are also using a buck converter to convert that 11 volts into 4.1 volts, as the SIM module works from 3.3 to 4.5 volts only. Now coming up to the microcontroller, we are using a Atmega 328P with development board as Arduino Nano, and for input output we have separate microphone and speaker unit. For communication, the SIM module is there, and for its antenna we are using patch antenna and a helical spring antenna, and for external keypad and an external keypad is there to take the input from the user, and also some LEDs and capacitors are used. So here you can see the block diagram of our project. There is a power adapter, a keypad, as well as a speaker and microphone, which are external units. The microphone has been extracted from a wired earphone.
Here we can see the close-up of our project. We can see the Arduino Nano board, which is the main microcontroller and development board for our project. And then we have the SIM800L module, which is the GSM module connected to a patch antenna as well as a helical spring antenna. And we are using an LED to indicate for the ring, as well as a capacitor is used for the for managing the surge current during the calls and sending messages. We are also using a buck converter to convert higher DC voltage 11 volt from our power source to supported 4.1 volt for the SIM module.
Now let's talk about the main component of our project, that is SIM800L module. It supports quad band GSM bands whose frequency ranges from 800 MHz to 1800 MHz. This can connect with any global GSM network with using a 2G, 3G or 4G SIM. For this project we are using an Airtel 4G SIM. This project is based on UART interface, and it communicates with the microcontroller using AT based serial commands. So by using AT commands, we can give commands to perform actions such as calling, SMS, etc. The main function of this module is it can send SMS, receive or make calls. It can also send GPRS data, and FM broadcasting is also possible. You can also connect to internet via 2G network and give access to the web browser. So in short, this is basically the core part of any mobile phone without any additional functionality, with just essentials such as calling and SMS. This slide shows you the circuit diagram of our project. As you can see, the power source, the microcontroller, SIM module, as well as the keypad, the input and output devices.
Now let's take a brief look at the code for the project. We are using few variables here to track the SMS as well as the incoming rings. And then following with the code, we have a message function that is being used to print the messages on the serial monitor. Then we have a setup function which is being used once for only once. And here we can see a few AT commands that are being used to communicate with the SIM module. Some of them include to find a response from the module, whether it is working or not, and to find the signal quality and etc. And then we are changing the mode of SMS reception of the module. Then continuing with the code, we have a loop here. So this loop will run continuously throughout the working of the device. So in this loop, first of all, we are checking whether there is any kind of ring or any kind of messages that we have been receiving. So the SIM module replies with some kind of commands that can be tracked to find whether there is a ring or not. So if we find RING, that is ring in the reception of the SIM module, then we will simply set the variable ring as 1. Or if we receive CMT, that is whenever an SMS is received, CMT keyword is also there, so we can set the SMS flag to 1. Now if we check whether the ring is 1, so if it is ringing, then we will print on the serial monitor that yes, we have received a call, and then we can either pick up or hang up the call. And continuing with those commands, we have few loops to maintain and manage the communication between the device and the user, so that he can press commands on the keyboard and then get optimal responses. continuing with the code, we can see that we are also having another segment of the code where SMS flag is set to 1. So whenever the SMS flag is set to 1, it means that we have received a message, and and this code will extract the data as well as the date and the sender's phone number from it, and then display on the serial monitor. Finally, we have the code to get the key from the keypad. So whether the user have entered key number 1 or key number 2, and depending on that, we will call certain helper functions, just like calling and SMS functions. So now let's take a look at the helper functions. So first of all, we have the calling helper function, in which the user have to enter the phone number, and then he can, after entering the phone number, he can choose whether to cancel or make a call, and then the call will be connected. And finally, we have the SMS function, in which the user have to enter the number, and then it will take input from the serial monitor of Arduino and then send the text message. And there is update serial function also, which is just for the communication between serial monitor of Arduino and the hardware serial of the SIM module. So this is the setup for the demo project. I have connected my laptop to Arduino Nano board for serial interface, and I have used an external stereo speaker using aux cable rather than using a small speaker, so that the rings and the voice will be more audible. Okay, so now we can upload our code onto Arduino Nano board. Let us quickly upload the code. It's getting uploaded. Now you can see the serial monitor. This serial monitor is the interface between our Arduino Nano board and the laptop. So for input output on our Arduino Nano board, we can use our serial monitor. Now you can see the module was getting configured, that is, it was connecting to our local network. Now it has been connected successfully. We can see, we can press either 1 to make a call or 2 to send a message. So let's first check the message functionality of our module. We have to press 2 for that, and then we are in message menu. Now we can press star to cancel or C to go to next after entering our receiver's number. Now we have to press C to go to next menu. Now it is asking me for the content of message. So for that we have to enter the message in our serial monitor and end the message with a star character. So whenever there is a star character, the message will end, and to send the message we have to press enter. So ending with a star. Now sending the message. Message will be received shortly depending on the network strength. Yeah, so you can see I have received a message. Let's just open it. Yeah, so this is the message that we have received from our module just now. And we can also send message from our mobile device to our SIM module. Let's just say hello again. Now the message is being sent. Okay, yeah, so we can see we have a new message that is from the mobile number. This is my number, and then the date and time at which the message was being received, and then the content of the message. So now we are back to our menu. We can now check the calling functionality. To make a call, we have to press 1. Okay, now it is asking for the number. Now I can press C to make a call or star to cancel if I have entered the wrong number. So let's just make a call. Now it is connecting. We can also press D in between to disconnect. So you can see this indicator LED, it will turn off whenever the module receives a call. Okay, so now we are making a call. We can see we have received a call. We can just pick it up. Hello. 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 Okay, so now let's just disconnect it. So it is echoing just because the mics are in close proximity. In the same way, we can also make a call to our module by entering the mobile number. Okay, so now we can make a call. Now you can see the indicator LED will turn off whenever the call is being received. Yeah, and we can also hear the ring in our speakers. Now I can pick it up by either pressing A or hang up by pressing B. So let us just pick it up. Now the call has been connected. Hello, hello. You can see the call has been connected. And to hang up the call, we can press C. Let's just hang the call. Okay, the call has been disconnected. So again, we are back to our calling and messaging menu. So this is how the calls and messaging can be performed using our module. Thank you.